All right, hi everybody. I'm John
I'm Joni.
for the Human Potential and swig of coffee. As Stone Cold would say, swig of beer for the working man, but it's coffee.
Yeah.
It's morning, but so I want to talk. I was just watching a video on a exerciser, bodybuilder, workout guy. Somebody works out. Anyways, just watching this on YouTube here, and the body is meant to be stressed is basically what it is, right? So when you work out, um, and I used to see this when I would train people, when I was doing personal training as a full time, and there was an old guy on the treadmill, I mean barely moving, and they said, oh, that's so good, he's like working out, and I'm like, not really, he's not doing anything. I mean, he may be moving, but he's not doing anything. He's not stressing the body out. He's not exerting any effort at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is he actually doing? Nothing. He's not really exerting anything. So there's nothing working on the heart. The heart's not really working, right? When you lift weights, you want to lift weights. You want to get stress on the muscle, right?
Right.
You want to feel it. You know, taking a 2 pound, doing just 100 reps. I mean, really, what are you really doing, right? Now, if you're doing the 100th rep at the failure, okay, technically you're still doing something. But I mean, if you're not putting effort in or stress on the body when you're exercising, what are you really doing?
Right. And I've heard people say, and I don't, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I've heard people say that, well, anything is better than nothing. So people say, well, I'll just breeze through something. Like you say, there's not really no effort there. You just, okay, I'll do a little something and it'll be good enough. Yeah, no.
Not true. Yeah. So, but made me think about life, and this channel is about exercise, food, diet, health, spirituality, mental, and all that stuff. But it made me think about life, because what's life without effort? If it's like what Gary Brecka says, aging is the ultimate pursuit of comfort,
And that is 100% true.
right?
Yep, he's right.
And there's nothing wrong with comfort. There's nothing wrong with relaxing. There's nothing wrong with downtime. But um, if you're going to do something, it's going to require effort. Most people wonder why life doesn't work out for them. Most people wonder why I can never lose weight. I don't ever get anywhere. Well, a lot of that comes down to the fact that they're just not honest with themselves, would you not say? And they're not putting the effort in, right? It requires effort. So the title, I guess, of this sort of episode is Be Okay with Being Uncomfortable. Sometimes being uncomfortable is where you need to be because that uncomfortableness is what creates change sometimes and effort, right?
Right.
I mean, if you have an idea and you come up with a thought you want to do, you want to change. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Doing this sometimes takes effort. I work full time, um, and I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted. Physically, not so much. Mentally, freaking exhausted. I work with a complete freaking utter jackass every day. A guy who's a nice person, just very like negative, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And that sometimes is very difficult to overcome, right? How do you overcome negativity? Who's just, I mean, literally, you hand him $100 bill and he's like, yeah, but it's wrinkled. It's a nice day. Yeah, but there's a cloud in the sky. I mean, it's always something, right? There's always something there. And it's just like, oh my God. After a while, it's just like, holy crap, right?
Great, Sonia.
And so I use it as a tool to help me deal with that type of reality because we deal with that type of reality in life. So my point is, sometimes doing this takes effort. It's tiresome. Or, I want to do we do work out on this channel too, but I also want to create another, old fart workout channel because we work out and, it requires effort. But if you want change in your life, sometimes you have to do effort. You have to put the effort in. Now, let me ask you this though. If you knew the outcome would grant you this lifestyle that you're looking for, would you put the effort in?
Yes.
All right. Well, we don't always know that.
No, we do not. So people don't want to
Put the effort in.
take a chance or
So
whatever.
I would say this too. Love what you do. If you love what you do, then it's still effort, but it's not as much work.
Right, much easier to put the effort in if you're enjoying it. There's
So-
no doubt.
So let's take this. Let's take this in another direction too. Interesting, because so if you have somebody in your life or a situation in your life that, let's say, you don't like, and you would like to remove that situation or get out of that situation, what's an easy thing to do?
Well, if it's a person,
What's the phrase?
you're not a part of me, I let you go.
Just repeat to yourself, you're not a part of me, I let you go. Point it at that situation and just go, you're not a part of me, I let you go. You're not a part of me, I let you go. Because for whatever reason, you're there to learn a lesson, or for whatever reason that is happening, maybe to teach you a lesson, or to maybe you're whatever,
It
right?
was put in front of you so you could learn something from it.
Doesn't mean you have to stay there. Doesn't mean you have to keep complaining about it, because then you choose to stay in the situation, you choose to complain about it. And it doesn't mean, that's another thing that I just so irritated in this spiritual world that just really irritates the living piss out of me. When people go, oh, you must be there for a reason. You must be learning for a reason. That's not always the case in how you look at it. Like, I'm supposed to learn from this person. No, maybe you're just supposed to learn to stand up for yourself. Maybe the reality is you're supposed to remove yourself from it.
Right.
Maybe you have been here before and you've just put up with it.
Right.
Right? And so maybe, just maybe, if you're looking for an easy way to sort of allow the universe to help you out, there's that old saying from Siddhartha, you're no longer a part of me, I let you go. So it's not like you have to do anything. It's not like you have to feel a certain way, be a certain way, or I'm supposed to be positive. I'm supposed to like this person. I'm supposed to find something in this person that I like, or I'm supposed to find something in this situation that I'm like. That's all fine and dandy. Go for it. If it works for you, do it. Here's another situation though. Maybe it's not. Right?
Right.
Maybe you're supposed to remove yourself from the situation. So an easy way to do that is,
You're not a part of me, I let you go.
and she's really good at it. She will get rid of a situation pronto. How many times did you do that at a work situation?
A number of times.
Somebody came in who was a complete jerk off, and you're just like, you didn't get mad at them, you didn't do anything. You just said,
No.
You're no longer a part of me, I let you go. With like in a week, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they're gone.
Right. And you don't cling to it. Just say it, believe it, and let it go. It'll work for you. Guaranteed.
It's like putting a letter in the mailbox.
Right. That's exactly what it's like.
You let it go.
You just trust that it's going to get there, but you don't have to do anything. You mailed it. You said, you're not a part of me. I let you go. And then you let it go. It gets there.
Yep. We got that from Siddhartha, right? Under the Bodhi tree. He finally reached enlightenment because his demons came in front of him, and he finally just looked at his demons, who were basically himself and his own mind, his own thoughts, and said, You're no longer a part of me, I let you go. Like, you don't need that in your life anymore. You've grown past it, but you've been so used to it your whole life.
You keep clinging on to it.
Clinging to it because it's what you know.
Right.
And then you go, how do I get rid of this? Like, I have to do something. I have to think differently or be differently. And I have to do all that. And that's very exhausting. It's hard to do. But an easy thing to do is, you're no longer a part of me. I let you go. So if the situation's uncomfortable, do that. Try it. See if it works. You know, and then, like you say, let it go.
Yeah, let it go, you know. Do it every once in a while if you need to, you know. But don't say, oh, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. Because then you're introducing that doubt and everything into the situation. But you can say it more than once. You know, when somebody stands in front of you and they're argumentative or negative, and I just, in my head, I can look them right in the eye and you're no longer a part of me. I let you go. And walk away. Still be friendly, still be kind. Let it all go. It works.
She's really good at that. She's really good at manifesting. But you got to get better at manifesting money. But the reason why you're not as efficient at money, it's because that's a deeper issue.
Right.
It's a deeper issue.
There's more to it, and you have more personal worries and concerns associated with that, and those are more difficult to let go. Right. Than just a person who comes in front of you. You know, that's easy for you to say, oh, yeah, you're not part of me.
Right.
I let you go.
Do I deserve this? Am I worthy of this?
Right,
These
all
kinds
that
of things. You
all
gotta,
that other stuff.
those things gotta, but there's also a way we can help with that too, and that's through chakra balancing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And affirmations. Mm-hmm. Because it really is a matter, here's why you do affirmations, if you do any affirmations. Because it's not so much the affirmation, it's the so the rosary bead, right? The rosary bead's what, 108?
Yeah.
Right? Right. And so why do you so it's a rosary bead's doing it. It has nothing to do with the rosary beads. There's nothing wrong. But it's a great tool. Why? Well, it's 808 times you're saying the phrase.
It's the repetition.
It's the repetition. Mm-hmm. So, okay, the muscle's going to grow because you do one repetition. Maybe, probably not. You're doing multiple workouts over multiple days, over multiple months. Right? So it's the consistency of it, right? You're basically training the muscle, right, to grow.
Training the mind.
You're training the mind. So what affirmations do basically is you're basically retraining the mind. You're reprogramming the mind.
Right. Getting the doubtful, negative thoughts away and the positive, you know, the things that you want to the forefront.
People sometimes make it so hard, like, oh, I got to think this way. I got to be this way. I got to act this way. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to do. It's like, sometimes that's hard to do. You know, and Pahatpi Joas is a yogi who said, you know, yoga is 99% practice and 1% theory, right? So the more you do it, the more you're going to get familiar with it. So am I doing this pose correctly? Who cares? Just do the pose. The more you do the pose, you're going to get into the feel and you're going to go, oh, this is how it feels. Because people can tell you you're blue in the face, but until you actually start to do it. I take a great example. How many jobs have you had? How many jobs have you had where, you know, you go through training, you go, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Right? And you go, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this. And then you start to do the job. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Right. And then you're like, this is cake. And then after a year or two, you're like bored because it's so easy. Right. It's the repetition. It's the repetition of it. You didn't really do anything. You just did it over and over and over. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to think differently. You didn't have to be differently. You just did it enough to where now you're programmed into it. Right. I remember in high school, right? I was playing football. I was a quarterback. And I was throwing the ball, throwing the football, practicing, throwing the football. No one told me anything. No one taught me anything. No one did anything. There's very few good teachers in school. And all of a sudden one day I threw the ball and I had this like flick to the ball and I went, huh? Where'd that come from? Like, and the ball had more pep to it, had more speed on it. I had no idea where that came from. It was just from doing it over and over and over. Right. Then all of a sudden this flick came in. I was like, huh? And I still remember that flick to this day. It's like golf. Like, oh, that's the feeling I get with my hands when I hit a really good shot.
Or hit the baseball. I've heard you say that before.
The
You know,
hands
when you
roll.
swing the ball, you swing it a certain way and the hands roll, and you know when you do it.
And that's what you try to repeat.
Right.
You know, and it's like the more I golf, the more I can repeat that, you
Right.
know, and it's the repetition. So that's the same way with the affirmations. Create
So
an
don't
affirmation.
overthink if you're doing it right or am I doing it right? Just do it. You know, repeat the phrase, the affirmation over and over. Don't think about anything else. Is it right? You know, just keep doing it and eventually it'll.
Yeah, that's, I guess, part 2 of this then, right? Another title is Don't Overthink. Don't overthink.
I'm guilty of that myself, so I
We all are.
try to be aware of that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, create an affirmation for yourself, something that works for you. Money flows easily to me every day. Unpositive situation you want to get rid of. At work, you want something changed. You're not a part of me, I let you go. You're not a part of me, I let you go. Just, you're not a part of me, I let you go. Okay, I'll give you a great example. So I'm working at this company, and we're going to have this manager who's really a complete jerk off. And bless them, love them, but send them on their way. And they're just, they're not good at all. And the whole class, and she's actually training us, and the whole class is just like, does not like this person at all. And I just looked them dead as they were talking. I was just, my energy, you're no longer a part of me, I let you go. You're no longer a part. I was intent at him. Next thing I know, she goes down a skiing accident, hurts her knee. Yeah, I know. She wasn't dead, but hurts her knee. She's out for a month.
A good long while.
Okay.
You
So
gotta get a different person.
So we get a different person, but still our manager, but she's out. And I just, well, we don't know if this person's coming back. You're no longer a part of me, I let you go. Next thing, she's out. Turns out a lot of people didn't like her, turned her in, took her off there. She was no longer a manager. They downgraded her, and I got a different manager.
See that? Worked for you.
That's when I got Kim Nelson, who I helped grow and spiritually helped grow. Who didn't help me at all, but at least I got a different manager, right? Which was quite fascinating. So don't overthink. You're no longer a part of me. I let you go. Be okay with the uncomfortableness. Allow the uncomfortableness, and don't look. Effort is good. Sometimes you need to put effort into life. And the effort is simply saying, you're no longer a part of me, I'm letting go. It's not overthinking. It's not like, I have to be a certain way, act a certain way, do a certain thing. Sometimes the effort is just simply saying, you're no longer a part of me, I let you go. Right? And create an affirmation for yourself. Say it. You don't have to say it like, 900 times. I like the rosary because it's 108 times, but so what? If you do it like 3 times, 5 times, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Don't overthink this thing. Just, money flows easily to me every day. Okay, boom, then move on.
Right. Don't stop and think, I don't know where it's coming from. What do I have to do to get it? Don't think of all these things that your, crazy mind will come up with. Just say it and leave it alone.
Exactly. Hope that helps, guys. Thanks for listening. Please, please, please hit that like, share, subscribe. And please, please, please love yourself for who you are. You are great and you are worth it. We want
Absolutely.
you. We need your energy. So positive thoughts, positive deeds, positive actions. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and enjoy.